Welcome back, everyone. South Mountain Park. It is one of the largest, the most popular municipal parks in the entire country. But some people who live near it, they say they're pretty worried right now about giant piles of dirt and rock.
Yeah, they believe that someone is illegally dumping debris. So our chief investigative reporter, Morgan Lowe, tracked down the source.
They've completely blocked it off.
Jerry Van Gass is a regular at South Mountain Park, and in March, he stumbled on something of a mystery.
I was dumbfounded when I saw it.
Piles of debris, rock, dirt, and gravel had been dumped within the city park.
The equestrian area is this way, except you can't get to it now.
Van Gass and other volunteers in his group went to work trying to figure out where all of these piles came from. It didn't take long for them to trace it to a nearby housing development on the old Thunderbirds golf course. The builder, Maracay Homes, was dumping the material in the park.
As you drive into the park, it says a $2,500 fine for dumping on native plant life.
But the mystery was just beginning, because when the group reported this to the city of Phoenix, they say city officials said it was no problem. In a letter to the city, the lawyer for Van Gass's group says they could find no copies of any written agreement that would allow this to happen.
There's more questions now than when I first found it. Way more.
He thinks something is not right here. Is there any validity to these criticisms?
So I think there's validity to any conversation and comments from our public. So yes, from that perspective.
Alonzo Avithia is the assistant director of the Natural Resources Division of Phoenix Parks and Rec. We came to him for answers. And Avithia says Maracay Homes was clearing away South Mountain soil from its property. And the Parks Department wanted that soil for erosion control projects inside the park. He says it was a win-win situation. Does there need to be a written framework for something like this?
Great question.
Avithia says there is no written contract, just a loose agreement. But he says he understands how that might look odd.
Adding something like that might be beneficial just to make sure people do feel the trust in the department, of course, and the city of Phoenix.
Van Gass and his group still don't buy it. They say at the least this stuff is an eyesore, especially after the park was worked on in preparation for its centennial in 2024.
We've already spent $20 million upgrading everything. The last thing we would plan on is dumps.
A spokesperson for Maracay Homes says this locally generated rock was provided to the park at no cost and should fit in well once it's placed because it is native. The spokesperson said that people who love the park, as Maracay Homes does, should cheer this cooperative effort to enhance and maintain the park for future users. I'm Morgan Lowe for Arizona's Family.